Greetings and welcome to STL Soccer Talk, the video edition. Here are the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and STLtoday.com. I'm Tom Timmermann, beat writer covering St. Louis City for the Post-Dispatch, along with Beth O'Malley, who watches St. Louis City for the Post-Dispatch.
Yeah.
Often alongside me.
If I can, yeah.
If you can. Well, the broken record that is this video says City lost for the third straight time and got shut out for the third straight time.
It was not looking good. There was a moment in the game where I thought, oh, it'll be 0-0, and yeah, that'll be fine. And that's not how it turned out. No. So,
you know, there were points in the game. You know, Conrad Vollum early on puts a shot that it looked like it's going in and catches the post, and it's just one of those ones where just a smidge the other way.
Yeah.
And that may have changed, you know, that probably changes the whole game because now City's in the lead and Kansas City's playing catch up, and Kansas City doesn't come from behind. Kansas City doesn't win. I mean, they had not won any of their previous 11 games.
Yeah, I mean, I think an early City goal would definitely have set a very different tone for the rest of the game, given that Kansas City had not won yet. So it would have probably felt a little bit more like, okay, here we are back to our old ways, instead of, no, wait, we're still in this. You know, into the 70th plus minute. Yeah. But Wallum and Pompeu definitely were making connections with each other, making passes with each other, and looking promising, but there were other parts of the offense that were falling back into old patterns and just not being productive. You can't win a game if you don't score a goal.
No, you cannot. Mathematically impossible.
Exactly.
The problems, if you look at these last three games, the problems are like they're moving forward on the field. It used to be they were having trouble with possession and they were quickly turning it over against Philadelphia. Austin, they got it forward in part because Austin was packing in the back, and then they got there, but then the crosses into the box did them no good. This time they were getting the ball into dangerous situations. It's just not getting them to go in.
Right.
So they've kind of run out of places going forward to have the problems happen, which is encouraging, I suppose.
So next game, they'll start scoring goals.
They have no options at this point. they have shifted things. They have shifted their challenge. And so finishing is something that they need to work on and to be better at. And it's, as they say in the business, clinical, and to be calm in those moments and score. We saw Akil Watts had a ball come straight to his feet in the box and it hit his knee and bounced away.
And he was probably calm, but he clearly wasn't expecting it, and he didn't score.
He did not score, and I asked him about that, and he said, I positioned myself to have it knock it in with my right foot, and so I was leaning forward on the right, and then it comes just a little behind me, and it hits my left knee, and if it's, it was just he was leaning the wrong way, and that's what's happening. So, the players say, look, we're not being defeated, we're not being frustrated or negative, because we know we created those chances, and now we just have to put them in, but the chances are there, and that's better than when the chances aren't there.
I'm glad the players aren't reading Reddit and social media, because I think the fans have a slightly different view of how these recent games have gone. And
but I think many of the players would agree it's not going well.
No, I don't think they would say it's going well. I think, but the fans are beginning to question everything, going back to, Carnell's firing, basically.
Injuries continue to mount, but unclear on Joachim Nielsen. It looks like they didn't find anything structurally wrong with his knee when they looked at it. So now they have to wait to see how that plays out. So, and Thomas Todlin briefly rejoined the team for practice, and Giannis Horn is running on the field. So there are, I don't know how many of them play on Saturday or on Sunday when they play Columbus, but they play one of the best teams in the league in Columbus. So they got a lot. There's a lot to work on, and this is a tough week to get better because you're playing a much tougher opponent. You were looking like we got to win, we're going to turn it around. Kansas City was the week you get that win.
Yeah, you want to be able to turn it around against a team that hadn't won yet, and not a team that has done very little but win.
Yes. So we'll talk about more of this on the podcast, and we'll write more about this in the paper.
Well, you will.
I will, yes. Yeah. You'll edit more of what I put in the paper.
Yes.
And make it look all nice.
I do.
Anyway, so listen to the podcast, subscribe to the Post-Dispatch so you can listen to the podcast. And there you have it for Ali Shallett and Beth O'Malley. I'm Tom Timmermann. Until next week, Be seeing you.